Today we're trying to experiment. The guns we're going to use today is a Remington Versamax 28-inch barrel. It's got a Kicks Goblin Thunder 670. Second gun we're going to use, Winchester XX4. It's got a Kicks Goblin Thunder in it as well, and it is the 660. Third gun we're going to try. Bratton, what's your gun?
Stoger 3500.
Stoger 3500. His got a Carlson's 645 constriction in it, and he's also shooting the Vortex Venom red dot. We're going to start off here at 30 yards. Shooting these pre-game splattering targets, and the ammo we're going to use, we already played with some of this Federal birdshot 2 3/4 inch 7.5 shot, just making sure we were on good close range. But the 3 different turkey loads we're going to use, we've got Remington Nitro Turkey 12 gauge 3.5. It's going to be number 5 shot. We shot this last year and had some problems with it, so that's why we're trying it out again. We also got the Winchester 3-inch 5 shot we're going to try. And then we hear all about this Federal Heavyweight TSS. We've got some 3.5 inch 2.5 ounce, and it is 8 through 10 shot, and it is the tungsten TSS heavyweight. But if you can see there, $66.99 a box for 5 shells versus the Remington Nitro Turkey 3.5 5 shot, which was $9 and some change for 10 shells. So we're gonna see if this is worth the tons of extra money. All right, we're starting off 30 yards, be our first shot. Our first shots are going to be with the Winchester 3-inch number 5. Bratton starting with his Stoger M3500. His 26-inch barrel, Carlson 645 constriction choke. He's scared it's going to kick him. That's why he's putting that in front of his arm. Okay, so we're down here taking a look at it, and it looks like we got plenty in the kill zone. I think the greens are supposed to be kills. We've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, too many to count. I'd say probably around 40. Okay, so we're still at 30 yards. We just shot the Stoger. It did really good. Next up, we're going to do my Winchester SX4 26-inch barrel. It's got the Kicks Goblin Thunder 660 constriction, and we're still going to use the Winchester 3-inch number 5s and see how it compares. Well, it's definitely a dead turkey. Looks like it might be a little more spread out than the Stoger though. Hard to tell. There's still, I don't know, 20 in the kill zone. Okay, this time we're gonna use the Remington Versamax 28-inch barrel, Kicks Goblin Thunder 670 constriction, and once again, Winchester 3-inch number 5s. Still at 30 yards. See how this one goes. Most of it actually hit the body, but there was plenty hit it in the neck still. So, dead turkey, but we'll say that's a little low. All right, we'll move on. We're gonna move back now. Okay, we're still at 30 yards. Bratton's back up with his Stoger M3500, except this time we're using the Remington Nitro Turkey 3.5 inch number 5s. still at 30 yards. We're gonna see how they compare to the 3 inches here at 30 yards. Actually, it doesn't look like it did a whole lot better than his Winchester 3-inch at that range. There's his Winchester 3-inch from that range. And here's his 3.5. Still a dead turkey, but not a whole lot more for a 3.5-inch shell. Alright, we'll move to the next one. The Winchester SX4. Except this time, we're going to use the Remington Nitro 3.5-inch number 5s, and we're still at 30 yards. Okay, so that was the SX4, 30 yards with the Remington Nitros, 3.5-inch number 5. Obviously still a dead turkey. Actually pretty comparable to the Stoker. Not much difference there. Not a bad pattern. Okay, we just shot the SX4 with the Remington Nitro turkeys. Now we're going to shoot the Versamax, still at 30 yards with the Remington Nitro turkey, 3.5-inch number 5s. Okay, so we're up here. That was the 3.5-inch Remington Nitro turkey, number 5s out of the Remington Versamax, 30 yards. Low group, looks like low and left. I'm gonna have to look at that. Okay, so we've moved back to 50 yards. We're gonna start off with the 3-inch Winchester number 5s. See how they do at 50. We're starting off with Bratton, back on the Stoker M3500. So, not real good at 50. There is some obviously some kill shots there, but pattern opened way up. We're actually going to pull this down, keep it so we can compare it between all of them at the end. We're back at 50 again. We just shot the Stoker M3500. Now I'm going to shoot the Winchester SX4 with the Winchester 3-inch number 5s. Okay, so that was the 50-yard shot with the Winchester SX4 shooting the 3-inch Winchester number 5s. Not a lot of BBs in it. Group opened up quite a bit on it too. Looks we got one in the brain, one in the head, maybe a couple in the neck, then we got some in the body. But we'll move over to the Versamax and see if it changes any. Once again, 50 yards. This time we're going to shoot the Versamax with the Winchester 3-inch number 5s. Still at 50. Okay, this is the 50-yard shot with the Versamax with the 3-inch Winchester number 5s. Still getting lots of body shots out of it. Obviously, most of the pattern's low. I guess I'm gonna have to aim even higher than I did. Which when I was aiming, I was actually aiming right here. So I guess I need to come up a little bit more. We'll move to the 3.5s now at 50. Okay, still at 50 yards. Brighton's back up, Stoeger M3500. Except we've moved to the Remington Nitro Turkeys. These are 3.5-inch number 5s. They're 2-ounce shot. And hopefully they give us some better results than those 3 inches did at 50. Okay, so that was Brighton's Stoeger M3500 at 50 yards with the 3.5-inch Remington Nitro Turkeys number 5s. Maybe not that big of a difference between the 3-inch.
Sure don't look like it.
No. Maybe just more misses on paper. I don't know. We'll see how the other do before we move to TSS. Now we're moving to my Winchester SX4. And once again, Remington 3.5-inch Nitro Turkeys. Okay, so this is the target from the Winchester SX4 Remington Nitro Turkey 3.5-inch number 5s from 50 yards. Still got some in the green. Not super impressive though. Okay, 50 yards again. Now I'm going to be shooting my Remington Versamax with the Remington Nitro Turkey 3.5-inch number 5s. Okay, that was the Remington Versamax with the 3.5-inch number 5 Remington Nitro Turkeys at 50 yards. Got a few right there in the kill zone. Okay, we're still at 50 yards, except now we're shooting the Federal TSS, and these are the 3.5s. Brighton's gonna go first with the Stoeger M3500. Okay, definitely a big difference with the TSS. Several in the kill zone. That's pretty impressive. I'm gonna shoot the Winchester SX4 with the Federal TSS heavyweights. This is still at 50 yards. Brighton's was pretty impressive with what it did at 50 yards, so hopefully this will be the same. Okay, so this was the TSS out of the Winchester SX4. I held it a little high because I'd been holding high because I was shooting low, and it looks like I may have actually held it too high. I've still got, you know, pellets in the good spots, but not as impressive as the Stoker. Now it's time for the Versamax at 50 yards with the TSS. See what it does. There we go. Okay, so just like the Versamax has been doing, looks like it was a little low again at 50 with the 3.5 inch TSS. Okay, so we're still at 50. I felt like I aimed too high with the SX4 that first shot. We're gonna shoot it again and see if anything changes. And this is still the Federal TSS 3.5 inch. It's 8 to 10 shot. Okay, so that was the second shot with the SX4 at 50 with the Federal TSS. And I'd say I was right. That first time I was holding too high and actually hit up high. That time held back normal, and it did pretty good. I'm impressed with that. I'll take it.